Hey guys, it's Caleb from Rokblokz. Today we have a Turbo S in the shop, and we're going to show you how to install our new V2 fender flares with quick detach lowers on the front. So let's go ahead and jump right into that install. Here's the tool breakdown for you, and we'll just go ahead and throw that up on the screen, show you what tools you'll need for the install. Here we have the breakdown of our RZR TURBO S V2. This kit will come with your main upper, your quick detach lower, a couple of backing plates, 2 of the C backing plates, 2 of the B backing plates, and the hardware that's included we'll just throw up on the screen. Okay, before we get started, we're actually going to prep our backing plates. It's the C and the B plate. So we'll take our M6 clips and we're just going to put them in through the square hole and slide them up over the circle hole on both sides. These are going to be our backing plates, and to help keep it a somewhat single tool install, these will just be up inside the fender so that you can hold those in place and not have to deal with washers and screws and a 10mm wrench and all that, trying to cram that into your fender. This just makes it so much quicker and easier. So a little preparation, we'll get those ready, just leave them on the tire. Now we're going to go ahead, grab our main flap. The only other bit of preparation is right where we have these bend lines cut. We're just going to go ahead and get a nice crisp crease on there, and then that will just relax back into its natural state. Now what we're going to do is align these 3 holes up, and then we'll remove the insert from the inner hole here. Take this, align that with all of those, and then once that's in place, we'll take the 40mm screw with a dress washer and 2 of the large fender washers, and we'll go ahead and put that in place. So here we have the longer screw with the dress washer and then one of the larger washers. Place it through that hole, put another washer on the back side, take our lock nut, go ahead and get that started by hand just to help keep this from falling off. We won't need to tighten it quite yet. Now what we'll do is we'll hold this up, and then we're going to take our drill with the 1/4 inch bit and we'll match drill these holes. And then when we do that, you want to make sure that you're holding it in the position that you want, making sure that there's no gap up here at the top and that that corner sits in the corner nice. Once you got that, then just hold it in place, match drill those, and then we can go ahead and grab our 30mm screws with dress washers and the larger washers. And then for this center section, that's going to be the backing plate B, we're going to go ahead and put that back up in the fender and get these screws started. Now with those kind of snug and in place, we'll go ahead, hold the top here in place, get it so that it lines up here, the notch comes into there. You can have it adjusted if you'd like, but we have it designed so it matches up like that. And then we'll drill it, match drill those 2 holes, and do the same thing. We've already pre-drilled all these holes, so we're just going to go ahead and throw this backing plate back up in there. Alright, same thing with that one. Once you get it started in both holes, it will hold itself, and now we can just use the 4mm. We'll go ahead and tighten this up. Alright, now that we've got that all tightened up, your easiest is to turn the wheel to the opposite side so we can gain access with a larger screwdriver to and our drill so that we can drill our 5/16 hole. Match drill the hole down here. Once you've match drilled that, you can take your 5/16 insert and press that in. Take our screw, go ahead and tighten that down with a Phillips head screwdriver. And last, we'll go ahead and tighten this down. Take our 4mm and a 10mm on the back side. I'm going to go ahead and slowly tighten that up. And there you go. Now we'll go ahead and move on to prepping the lower and installing the lower. So here we have our lower, and versus our original V1 kit, this is redesigned to have this more aggressive slope to match here so that you can take it off on the trail and not get hung up on big rocks down here. And so to set it up, you'll take your M6 flange nuts, and we're going to press these in from the opposite side that you would think. And so the flange is going to remain on the smooth side without a logo. And what that's going to do is that's going to allow us to put the thumb screw in without it pulling through. So we're going to go ahead and just press all 3 of those in to the hex shape holes. All right, now with those installed, you can see we have them on this side, and we're going to be taking our 3 thumb screws, and those will be coming in from this side. So now we're just going to go ahead and align that with the holes in the upper or the main portion of the flat. Align those holes and thread in the thumb screws. Alright, just snug those up, and with those in place, you're done with the front. If you feel like removing those on the trail, it's just these 3 thumb screws. Put them back into the lower and toss them in your storage bin in the back and continue on your trail. Alright, now that we're finished with the front, we have our upper and our quick detach lower installed. Let's go ahead and jump to the rear and get going on that. Here we have the breakdown for the Turbo S V2 rear. What you're going to get is your main upper, your accent or lower here, which comes in a variety of colors. You'll get your rear lower and upper drill templates, and then for the Turbo S it also gets this under brace. It can come in an option of a stainless steel or an ABS plate. The hardware that you'll get with your kit is right here, and we'll throw that breakdown on the screen. Alright, so now we're at the back of the vehicle. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take our drill templates that come with the kit, and what those are going to do is you just lay them on top. You can clamp them, or if you have a second set of hands, it helps to hold it in place. Once that's in place, you'll go ahead, drill your pilot holes with an 1/8" drill bit, and then you can remove your template. Go ahead and show you. Take your template. It's going to match up and center itself with the notches right here and back here. And so by holding that in place, you can take your 1/8" drill bit, match drill all 5 holes for the upper, and then you'll open them up with a 1/4" drill bit after you've done that. Then you'll take your lower drill template, and this one is going to go into the fender well right here. You're going to put it up against here, and then the corner of it is going to sit right down in here and match up with this little shelf on the inside of the fender, and then you'll just have it pulled all the way to where it just kind of sits. You don't want it to slide up on the fender, and you don't want it to be exposing this portion. You just want it up against smoothly, hold it, and then sitting on that shelf. And then you'll match drill from the back side using your 1/8" drill bit. Then you can remove it, open those up with a 1/4" drill bit, and then we can begin mounting. So to begin mounting, we're going to take our longer screws and put them through the upper holes here, here, and here. Then we'll take two of our shorter screws with dress washers and put them in the, starting from the front, 2nd and 5th spot. Now what we'll do is we'll take our 10mm spacers, and then we'll take those spacers and we're going to go ahead and put those in between the drill template and the fender. And so to do that, you'll basically just put it up in here like so. And then just work your way back. The teeth on the inside of these holes is designed to catch onto your drill template. And so with that, it will hold it in place as you work along, keeping it much easier for you to deal with all the hardware that is needed for mounting, and just makes it overall a lot easier to do. Go ahead, get all that set in place. Lining it all up and pressed on. Alright, and so that is going to keep all our spacers in place. Now we can do the same with the rear, or the rear lower on the front here. We'll take the 10mm spacers, take two of our longer screws and one of the medium screws. Medium screw in the middle, the two longer ones on here and here, and then we'll take our 10mm spacers and put one on the top hole, making sure that we put this all in the right direction. And then we'll do our middle hole, and then we'll put our other spacer on the bottom hole. Alright, with that in place, that's going to hold our spacers. And so now we can take our upper and we'll begin mounting that. How we'll do that is we'll go ahead and make a nice crisp bend at those lines. And we're going to take this rear section, tuck it out, slide our flap in through there, and align the rear hole with the rear screw, and work our way forward, holding that. Now, if you have the Sport Max kit, you can start bolting it up. The Turbo S is going to have the underbrace, so we're going to go ahead and align the underbrace here with all the holes. Grab the one so we can put it textured side down. With that lining up, we're going to go ahead and start with our front hole to support everything. We'll put our washer and our lock nut. Get it a few threads started. That will help hold it in place while we grab more hardware. Now we'll work our way to the rear, lining that up and putting our screw in, putting our washer and our lock nut on there. Now we'll get all the ones in between. Alright, now that we've got the upper in place, we're going to take our lower and the shortest 20mm countersunk screws with dress washers, and we're going to attach the accent to these two holes here, just on the back side, and then we're going to attach it, and then we'll set it in place and adjust it. So we'll take our short screws, and then we'll take our small washers and lock nuts and go ahead and get those started. If it was still loose, you'll want to get it around so that it sits on the back side here. And now we're going to go ahead and align these up and fully tighten those down. Alright, now that we've got those two attached, you want to make sure that it stays nice and flush with this edge. Now we can go ahead, take our other 3 washers and lock nuts, align these with these 3 screws here. Align those, and then we'll go ahead and get those started as well. Alright, now for best alignment, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start from these 2 inner points, working our way from the corner, and then we'll work our way outwards. So take our 4mm and our 10mm and just kind of hold this in place, making sure that the black sits on the exterior of the edge right there, and lifting that up. Alright, now with those all tightened down, just go ahead and make sure that everything is nice and snug. And that's how you install the rear portion on your Rokblokz fender extensions for the Turbo S. Hopefully this guide helps you, and leave us a like, leave us a thumbs up, and we'll catch you next time.